people, this is how I made $15.30 on the day trading Nasdaq. We had one loss and then one half win, puts us back at break even on the day. So let's get straight into it. So coming into the day, what was I looking for? I initially was bullish. I initially was bearish coming into the day. You might think, why is that? Well, at the time we had this hourly bearish SMT, this hourly bearish SMT. So we had this one inside of a higher time frame gap, which was, I think, equilibrium of this leg down, and also a 4-hour gap, EQ of a 4-hour gap. Yeah, just below CE of a 4-hour gap. So after that, pre-market came and we made this SMT. So ES came and swept this sell side. So it looked like the move had already been done. What I was looking for was continuation shorts down to here, London low, which is also an intermediate hourly low inside of this hourly gap. And plus you've got this devil's candle, which is basically just a candle with no bottom wick. It just means that price literally closed and then went straight up, no drawdown into this candle at all. So I was like, okay, we normally come back and tap into that, so that's what I was looking for. I had no clue we were going to be bullish, especially not this much. I mean, markets moved up 400 points in 45 minutes. Type of shit we've been on recently. So I was expecting us to come down, manipulate into a premium 5-minute inside of the OTE, which lined up pretty much perfectly. But we did that and just blasted straight through it. So we blasted straight through it. Then I was looking for these equal highs. So we obviously came up, got rid of this SMT. We then were left with these equal highs. Now these were perfect equal highs, draws on liquidity, equal hourly highs at the time. As you can see, the 5-minute came up, tapped. We just didn't take it. So drop down onto the lower time frames. What can we see? We see a bullish 5-minute open up in here. So I thought, okay, we'll tap into this and then go for the hourly highs. Sounds pretty good. We did tap into this. And this is where I ended up taking the loss, because we tapped into it. ES was just so choppy, bro. What on earth is this? So we tapped into it, made this SMT off of these 1-minute candles. And then all I was looking for was an inversion. So I was looking for an inversion. We got one here. No, actually, I entered off of 15-second on this one. So after we tapped into, yeah, okay, all right. So after we tapped into this, we had this 15-second that we then inversed. You might think, oh, why did you not enter there? 25-point stop, 50-point TP would have just been a break even, right? Because we swept this high. No, I left it, hesitated, got filled, I think here. Pretty sure I got filled about there. And then I was just expecting us to go straight up to these hourly highs, so taking it for a literal like 0.84, but I had my TP up here. I got filled very late, would have been break even almost immediately. As I was putting myself to break even, we went below my entry. So instead of just closing and just accepting like a bit of a loss, I just held, and then my stop loss ended up getting hit whilst I was dragging it. So that put us down 250 on the day. And then I thought, okay, I'll stay very patient, see what the market gives us. We end up just ripping entirely just into this OTE of the 4-hour leg down, which I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. You know, we can maybe get something off of this. What was I looking for? What do we get? Have a little look. So price comes down into this bullish 5-minute gap again with the devil's wick. We normally come down and hit into this, which means this candle closed and then this one immediately opened and shot up. There is no bottom wick on this candle. So we did that, and then all I was looking for was a sweep of this intermediate low. Unfortunately, we didn't get an SMT inside it. However, that is really fine. Also from this to this, we swept the 50% extension of the 1 minute leg. Perfectly rebounced off of it, got a big displacement action to the upside. And then I thought, okay, we've got this 30 second, this 30 seconds a bit too big. This 1 minute opened up and actually gave us a perfect stop loss and CP. Now, you might think, right, I entered off of this 1 minute inverse after sweeping, manipulating into, well, 10 a.m. opened, manipulated into this 5 minute, took out the intermediate low, hit 50% extension of the leg, and then got a 1 minute inversion. Perfect. Gorgeous setup, right, amidst all this fucking chop. You might think, what went wrong? What went wrong? So obviously I entered there. My initial take profit was 75 points. Because I didn't have a target, I just targeted amount of points. And I thought, as I was already down on the day, I will target 25 points. Break even at this internal high, all was running well. And then we hit this internal high. So I moved break even from here to plus, I think it was like 26.5 points to cover losses for the day. So we were up here. So I covered that. And then the next candle just shot straight down and took us out. Annoyingly, this would have ran 51.25 points, right? So if we'd have just had our 50-point take profit, we would have hit take profit. I would have put break even there and it would have just tapped us out, and then, I mean, you can see we're going higher now. But yeah, so it's a bit annoying because I could be up 250 if I just left my take profit where it was. Strict risk to reward is always the way. I extended it because I was already down. If I wasn't down, I would have left it at the 1 to 2. But overall, I'm glad I recovered the losses again. We aren't down on the day. We are break even on the day, which makes the weekly P&L, I think we're down 31.56 because we ended up taking a loss yesterday. So we were down 36. I mean, accounts are currently sitting at 51.60. So we've got 2k until we pass them. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit annoying because this has always been my like strict risk to reward, 1 to 2, bang. Even if you take a loss, you make a half win. And that could have been the case. Unfortunately, it wasn't. And we ended up just getting tapped out at our losses. But it's a green day. We recovered losses better than being 750 down. So I'll take a break-even day over being down on my accounts any day of the week. We have got, that is it for June. So June was a bit of a weird one. Took my biggest ever payout, blew the accounts, and have started these combines. We are currently up 1060 on the combines, and then we'll go into July tomorrow to see what's happening. News for the rest of the week, we've got PMI tomorrow at 3. Thursday we have got non-farm employment change at 1:30, so that doesn't really affect us because market opens at 2:30. Then Friday is a US bank holiday, so we've got 2 more trading days left of the week. We have provided absolutely positively piss all for this week so far, so we will see what we can come out with and how that will go. But apart from that, that is pretty much all I've got to say about today. It was just a bit disappointing, really, but we stuck to our 2 trades, 1 loss, 1 half win, and that is how the cookie crumbles sometimes. It was slightly choppy. This was like hella chop. Now, I saw PB Blake, no, Paddy, he entered off of this 30-second inverse here. Once that 30-second gap got inversed, he entered, and he actually ended up taking a win. I think, was it a 1 to 1.5? So, yeah. The thing with that is 83 point stop, 124 point take profit. If that's what it's going to come to, I might have to start looking at that, because obviously I did see that this 30-second got inversed. I entered on the 15-second and got a very horribly late fill. So, it is what it is. You can't win them all. It's all good. Let's reset the chart view and remove the drawings. That is it for the day. We're going to be closing all this down. and moving on with the day. Got some other stuff to do. That's a bit disappointing. Not to. Oh my god, look at the tan lines. The tan lines are absolutely criminal. But I'm gonna go have a good rest of my day. Not at all what I predicted from today whatsoever. But sometimes it goes like that. You got to adapt to what the market gives you. We were initially bearish, ended up taking continuation longs. So overall, decent, very decent. Yeah, on to tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow will be a bit better, but we don't know until we get there. So I'll see you all later. Take care of yourself, tell someone you love them, and stay profitable. Bye.